Really sing.
Material still got himself into a box. Finds
Boy, Chris Jarvis. God.
The shadow bomb there. He got locked in on it. Somebody else from above does follow through with shots. Seal Matt his duo right here.
A little bit of a standoff there. I see Kate and G all in those players' names.
Oh, yeah.
So bunch of friends basically at this point, all in the same lobby. But here their enemies. Aiden jumps up, goes with the side hop, using the storm. 60 HP.
Combat shotgun, so powerful. We're going to see it again for just a second. Weapon swap it at the TAC AR. Looking for shots, watching for exposure on an opponent underneath.
They do a little scout to the high ground. Everything seems to be clear. He knows players are working their way down. He's taking his time here. You don't ever want to get too close to your opponent. He's trying to find an opportunity. Will he find it here? Is declining slowly but surely once again. He's keeping this high ground. He used a baller to get here. You can tell that he still has fairly comfortable materials for endgame. Deuces goes down there as Aiden is continuing to rain down top 3 situation. Trashy versus Little Chase. Trashy catches that one, and Aiden is now at 100 shield here in a 1v1 versus Trashy. Is he going to be able to close out?
Talking.
Just a second here, Aiden moving forward, double layering up above. Trashy stuck in the low ground, no build, shots from underneath, down to 69 HP.
I do have it alone no more.
Maybe make a climb here using the tree potentially, but Aiden is doing an excellent job of zoning Trashy out. No attempt, no climb. He's taking an opportunity, pop a couple minis. It may not be enough though. Aiden stuck right next. No way! And Trashy with the 9,000 IQ play to literally just sit in the bottom. Exactly. He popped the shadow bomb, but didn't even push. He sat, and Aiden spent all this time trying to track what couldn't even be tracked because Trashy was still in the bottom. Aiden literally lost an easily winnable game just because of an outplay mentally.
I promise you this, he'll never do that again.
Oh,
because
100%.
There's a distinct sound when someone jumps with the shadow bomb. And Aiden just, out of pure defense and safety, precaution, put up the planks to protect himself, but he traded out storm damage. I bet you Aiden never makes that error again right there. And then this is the rinse and repeat that competitive players have to go through. You have to go through these and then learn from your mistakes, most importantly.
It's like you ever see like the label warnings on a product, and you look at it and you're like, why is that on there? Well, you realize that's got to be on there because it happened one time, right?
It can happen.
One time. And the same thing applies here. You don't think about it until you're in the situation where you're like, wait, this is a thing that I need to be concerned with because it caught you off guard, maybe cost you, in that case, potentially 4 points if Aiden had gotten the elimination and the push from the Victory Royale. Yeah, like you said, it's not going to happen again because I think Aiden's got the warning label on now, right?
That's right. And this is what the World Cup is all about, and that's why this is the best practice for qualified players, regardless. He's still a champion in New York City, but Sawyer catches that whiz, very nice.
It's Harrians, dude.
Oh my God.
Bro.
Yo, call me way off. I'm like,
you got duped so bad. Oh, shout out to Harrians for having a name that not even literally one of the most knowledgeable players I've ever seen. Monster D-Face can see it. If you have other names that are like that, anybody that's got a backwards one.
Whoever's working on you building your brand is fire them because you're not winning with that.
Tag Monster D-Face on Twitter, hashtag Fortnite World Cup. We got to get a list of names for Monster to look out for so we didn't stumble on any more, right?
That was a tough one, dude.
Player taking shots all the way across, 32 remaining. We got 7 more to go before we're into placement points.
Here it is, Spook. Wait, did I read? No, it's Coops. It's Coops. No? This is right.
I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea at this point.
We don't know anymore, but here it is, Spook. Hopefully, looking to pop someone here. Finds the window. It's a nice weak build right there. And, oh, man, building with Willet is terrible. Way above the threshold here. He's closing in on his top 25. Can he hold out? That's really what he's looking for. 38 points. He's in contention. There's still time to queue up here. He is totally in the running right now. And that's a big apiece right there. 2 huge legendary AR shots connect. 1 being a headshot, rips apart the shield. Combat follow-up, so clean. Spook goes back into recycle the geyser and just gonna keep him in the air, just trying to get this placement right now.
2 quick ticks out in the storm, but does have the highest drop right now, slowly floating in. Bucky starting to take shots. Wouldn't surprise me if descent happens very quickly from those that are still floating because of that. Power on the bottom you saw for just a second, very low HP. Tricks picking Vita off the feet. AlexToast getting an elimination. Power going down to himself and the storm. Hate to see that player on the outside. AlexToast does get eliminated. Mockin, 26 left. 1 more goes down. Whoever this 26th position is gonna feel bad about missing placement points, but it is the way of the road, as they say. Ultra Laser Hawk is the player, and we are now in the top 25 for placement. Everybody picking up 3 points. The community launchpad may be gonna pay the price. Doesn't quite go down. Now Mockin down to 66, catching a competing player, going for the same launch pad, and everybody's flying in here at Lazy Lagoon. We're basically headed straight. In fact, it's an entirely in the water 8th circle that we're moving towards right now.
And like placement is only just barely given out. As we're in 20 players on a riverbed, you can't walk down there.
Nope.
You have to build. This is such a weird end game.
I mean, you could try, but it's gonna be real sad when you have to jump along the bottom. Look at this, Foxy Boxy taking shots and then immediately getting shot at from Ty Tanks above. Goes down and Ty pushes in to try and get the loot. Player competing for that. Barband going down outside. Spook rotating forward, maintaining basically the 3rd floor up. A rip, gonna use it, maybe not. Decides not to, gonna move forward. Player dropping in the same box. Surprise, I'm in the box too, and dot back goes down. Spook maintaining all the way on the outside of the zone. A couple storm ticks. That Siphon actually did end up saving him, down to 49 HP now. 12 players left. Ty, Spook. A number of other players rotating in, stuck on the bottom underneath the waterfall.
He got up and over, though. He did get up and over. That's going to be a weird place to rotate up, and he knows that's why he's looking right now, trying to see if he can find someone. Players are going to go down to the storm right now. That's 1. Iota goes down already. It's such a weird spot. Their struggle must be happening here. Synergy and Diggles fighting in the zone as well.
Quick edit and a shot. Combat shotgun rotating around the outside, trying to chase that player down. Decides not to continue pushing just in case somebody else might be there. Like Ty Tanks, a quick elim there, picking up another Siphon. The 50 HP shield total there, very important.
Just a bit ago, he had 49 health, guys. Now he's at 150. He is in the game right here.
Swing.
Will he get to 200 in time? Nope, someone snatches it up, but it's okay. He catches Aaron's.
The rift.
Right there, and there is a free rift. Definitely want to use that. Everyone already to the sky at this point. Top 5, all placement points have been given out, besides the victory royale at this point.
Mockin on the ultimate low ground, taking shots. Traps to defend from anybody dropping in, like Just Chellin, who does go down very quickly. Another elimination, 7 now in 5 builds. Maybe looking for another shot on the players underneath. There are a handful down there. A quick grenade, I don't know if he caught that. Just tosses one down to see if he can get a hit on somebody. Maybe the 60 seconds before the storm.
Can he get it?
Picks him out, caught on the outside. He's got 1 build. Floor, he's gonna push up, find it, gets it.
Did he get it?
Bertsack.
Did he get the mats?
Dropping in.
He got a few.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. He's
just
good
a few.
still. 3 players now Mockin on the ultimate low. And watch this. Everybody's about to get pushed in the air because the path of the storm. And that might...
He needs to hit the shot.
Oh my gosh. Staying just barely away from the vent. Mockin gets 4 eliminations. The victory royale and everybody else. At that point, because it was so close to the end of the game, nobody wanted to go for the vent because you're pushed up in the air, and with the circle that small, you are asking to tick out storm damage. You want to stay engaged, so a forced rotation out into the storm is the only option at that point.
Yeah, and that's why Spook was trying so desperately hard to push through that building and catch the Elam before he took off in the geyser, but he did manage to throw him up and couldn't get the Siphon to keep him in the game. But here we're Cryptic, charges back that bow, and he West, 30 minutes left to queue up and get the last bit of your games. 30 minutes, you can effectively queue maybe 2 full games, one from here to then, and then your last, but it's only if you have more than 2 games left, then you got to start pushing through. We call those W key games. So as you see, the lobby right now is a normal lobby in a sense. As we approach towards the end tail, these lobbies are going to get probably like slimmed down.
And more is scarier and scarier every single time you go in there. Right now, you have to realize that these games are queued against players of relatively similar scoring. As we get closer to the end of the block, you're going to be looking at lobbies with players with very high point counts. Very, very competitive lobbies, very difficult lobbies. You're on West 2 spots, by the way. The top two of 3,000 people. Top two of 3,000 people is... It's terrifying to think that that's how narrow it is. That's how few people make it through. We've gone through multiple weeks of this, of players trying to play out of their minds. Cryptic Slays picks up the first elim. A couple easy shots, the AR from above.
That's that boombo though, man. Ripped apart all the shield in that player.
Just recently nerfed too. A little bit of a
drawback decrease.
A quarter of a second longer now, but players still very efficient with it. You just have to time it a little bit better.
Any kind of change to that weapon as well, I'm sure.
You trying to tell me that people have a problem with the relative utilization of a weapon? Fortnite Battle Royale, the ultimate Battle Royale experience? No way.
Of course not, dude.
Never. Smile.
Insane.
You're insane.
Here we have
You're insane.
Blixifer. 2 stinkers. We saw stinkers kind of clean up some players earlier today. Just an end game. No way to defend against it. Persian goes down. Now Blix. He can take this ball. He can just go through the loot if he really wants to. He's not going to do so. So he's going to be content with what he has and gets the next zone here.
Too risky at this point. He's got to rotate so far still, and you've got so many players that are still out here ahead of the zone. JP2 right there, King Flash on the top, challenging Cryptic Slays. Hunt as well, landing the same spot, and Spicy right underneath. Meanwhile, Saf from Ghost. Looking to make a play down here in the bottom, decides to not get too aggressive and uses that rift, seeing most likely that right now, at the time of the rift, 27 players left. I think the option there was, I don't even want to risk it. I want my placement points, which he gets now.
Yeah, not only that, someone like, he had like 2 players somehow end up in his box. One might have been a shadow, the other might have been a baller, so.
Exactly.
He is not trying to stick around there.
The best course of action, honestly. Down to 22 now, and he's got to make it to 15. You see the top right there, the placement required to get the next set of points.
He's doing pretty good for himself this game right here. He's got double heals going on, playing for the high ground, manages to take it up.
Yo.
And it's his.
Do it.
He's just got to run it up. He's connecting with all the combat. Someone is trying to break him down. Doesn't even matter. He does manage to connect here, and there's 2 or 3 players now above him. He's going to use that moment of distraction.
Yeah.
Lower his elevation and probably just go back on the hunt in just a bit here, but stinkers are chasing.
One more needs to go down.
And dodge right there. Sidestep fake out. Now taking down the high ground player again, but lets his guard down, and someone's already on it.
Boy.
Pick up an elimination fake. He jumped off the top. Ended up going down to that. In the feed right there. 11 players left. Sal, 2 eliminations, 56 builds, and it's pretty much all metal, which is perfect for late game. If you had to have a situation where you get 1 material at the end, it's got to be metal every single time. You use that to zone people out as the storm's pushing in behind. Slows them down because they have to try and knock out those walls, and it's going to take multiple hits. And at the same time, maybe a chance for you to edit back. Go for elimination. Hector here, the ultimate low ground. Moving forward, 35 points so far. Still in contention. Cryptic Slays in your feed, putting it down to the top 10 remaining. Fet goes down.
Yes, indeed. There's a player right here. He does have the edit, makes the double shot, connects with a 136 combat. Just 1 hit was the one that took him down, but didn't break the wall in time. Is he going to be?
Oh, what a bait.
King Flash was waiting for that.
Nah, but
hey, he brought in a
slurp
juice for King Flash. That's going to be a big come up for him. And
special delivery.
Let's look at how much health these players on the low ground have. No Flash just gets 1 elim right there. It's gonna put him back in.
Alright, into this.
Saf and the ultimate high ground, just
if
big
I give myself everything again, would you believe
in fact,
me?
he owns a number of
I demand give myself every single item,
players down to less than 50.
and
He's
I
going
give
to push
myself
forward.
every
Cryptic
single
Slays goes down.
thing.
We are now in a top 4
situation.
situation.
Every single thing.
At least getting the top 5 points there. 7 from that.
I think it's still
49 though total for Saf.
Lady Mala, give yourself everything ready. Get rid of assault trooper, everything.
And speaking of the top, climbing out of the basically all the pre-built structure. Spicy, Sage peek right on top of each other. Spicy picks up that elimination. 3 players left. Schlump, the ultimate low ground. My friend out there in the corn. I feel that for sure. Saf in the ultimate high, dropping down, starting to descent. A little bit of fall damage. Both players at the bottom are literally dancing inside and outside of each other's builds right now. Corner edits happening. A ramp to push Spicy all the way in the bottom, and Saf and Spicy to 1v1.
It's the corn, it's the hayfield. Like,
He's got layers above him already for just a second. Spicy's got 7 builds.
Like, no way, dude. I ain't going down there.
I want to see Spicy push out just 2 or 3 floors out, launch pad to try and take high ground and push the shotgun. Do it.
Saf's not having it. 1 campfire's down. There's the second, sits in the middle.
Yep.
Advantages, and that's his game.
Spicy was sitting on the launch pad. I would have loved to see him push out, put down a quick floor launch, fly up, and try and take high ground, shoot down from above, especially with a tactical shotgun. You don't have the range of the combat, so if you're going to try and compete with that, you're going to fail. AR shots from underneath, potentially, but with the amount of materials that you could already see the player above him layering up, double layering pyramids and floors. So at that point, pressuring with a high ground takeover, in my opinion, granted I'm only me.
You're you.
But you never know. Like, I feel like that was the play. Thoughts?
I mean, think about it. There's only a couple of spots for qualification. If I'm being honest, to make it all the way through, you got to take risk. We've seen it happen all day today. 1-point differences, tiebreaker differences.
Yep.
You gotta make risks.
That
was an elimination he could have taken. But he just said, you know what? He weighed his card and said, I have the advantage, I have the campfire. I'm gonna go for the hail off. You lose a point, you leave a point on the field.
Was it NA East had, what, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th were all 60
4
points?
players in a 60-point tiebreaker bracket, and Creo just barely eked out.
So you're looking at that and you're thinking, I should probably push this.
He's only got like 80 ping, man.
Can't in those final moments, but
the lowest ping I ever got was probably 38.
How it all kind of crumbles in that one, but here it is, symmetrical. We saw having quite the day today. Just hold out.
We had a chance to look at his first 5 games of the day, the breakdown, and he was
so
heavily weighted on placement. He's playing so strategically that 4 eliminations right now, multiple wins. I believe he had 3 games that were wins. And this might actually be one of them we'll see before too long.
One that he went out at 100th. I know that feeling.
Yeah. If you're gonna go down, might as well be 100.
You know what? On to the next one. Keep on rolling.
Yeah, most players don't get 10 in anyway, so
IQ.
It is all good as
IQ.
Poor Fishman right here.
IQ.
Catches a ton of damage. It was white, so you know he's gonna keep the pressure up here.
100%.
And yep, he's gonna keep it nice and safe. Here's the minis. This is checkmate, buddies.
Oh God.
Bye-bye.
Mama shit, boy.
Can't really tell. Question mark then. Put Wheels from WBG picking up a solid elimination. Good mechanical technique there. Getting the quick replaces, quick edits, the swipes. You can see him. I love that you can see him too. How fast they're activating the edit, swiping, confirming the edit, and then just quickly taking a shot. Sog is the ultimate high ground. Looks like
I won't move with calls.
I would not want to play on 60 hertz. I'm sorry.
So he don't mind.
That's rough.
It's the struggle.
Respect to Soggy's on 60 hertz, man.
Yeah.
Who knows if that's UV? It actually is. The name itself, though, very funny. I commend him.
I swear he just fall off with it.
More and more players, instead of capping off with a ramp and flipping it, have been doing a pyramid and just choosing which corners they want to raise up. Because you can immediately just look down, reset it, and drop down. Change corners.
And we got
multiple 3 players in rotation. Finds the weakest one. Look at the damage above the threshold for, oh man, for Storm Surge. 1,338 damage above the threshold. Till it's down to 30 players in the top left corner of the screen, folks. Storm Surge will apply damage ticks to everybody that's still in until it's down to 30, or that is everybody that's below the threshold, the damage cutoff. So you have to make sure that you're dealing as much damage as you can. Alberto here only 80 above.
Barely above, but lucky for him, he's just outside of the threshold, so he should be okay here. Alberto, 2 Rift to goes.
Yeah.
Just to kind of play for placement here, you might as well at this point, and that's why he's choosing to just rotate, not necessarily firing at anyone. Just notice the holds here. Now it's going on defense.
You saw him, man. You saw this. Man, my he's a PC player, man.
Nice and calm. If you don't fire back, people are going to start targeting you, and that's kind of what's happening here. So.
I didn't cool. In shot time.
one of two shadow bombs remaining. Gonna have to almost rotate through sync, dodge those Bs. 149 total. He's dropping just above. Oh my gosh. The landing there lands right on a ramp inside a tower that is 2 floors up, drops in, build, quick double edit, falls into the player. Tactical shotgun, easy clap.
That's respect right there.
So fast.
No hesitation, saw the opportunity, took the wall.
Yeah.
That was the perfect scenario for him to be in. It's also going to allow him to upgrade that loadout. We'll see how he fares off in a little bit here, but now hopping over to Wheels, who's repeating the same rinse and repeat here. You want to just get to the zones. You got to be careful too. Guys, when your shadow bomb is ending, if you're standing still, your silhouette is just there. Players can see you. I've seen players get punished in the past.
Oh, and he got it.
Oh my God.
I was a teammate too. WBG on WBG violence.
Cannibalism.
You hate to see it. Wheels. Oh man, the reaction time there. If you get rifted up and you have an open slot for reload in your combat shotgun, there's a little gimmick you do right now where you quickly spam reload and shoot at the same time. And
I wonder, do you have to aim at that point?
Oh, bro, yeah.
Did you just hit what's in front of you?
I've seen shots.
Like, that's the real question.
I've seen shots miss, but very often you're going to see a big hit because they're right on top of each other.
Yeah, they hit all the time.
Very, very accurate there.
I haven't been in a situation to pull that one off, but man, I think
somebody
happened last weekend, and ever since, it is just, they've taken the play and added it to the playbook.
Pretty much everybody had their eyes on that and said, oh, okay, I guess this is how we're going to do things. And it just literally, we had one, I think it was yesterday.
Oh, these casters love that.
We had one yesterday where a player went for 2 back-to-back and couldn't quite get it to happen.
Crazy.
To try and, it was literally the last player who had 70 HP, just picked him up twice with
this.
He was trying to find somebody else.
I use TTV. Money comes to you. Money comes to you. See my doing it.
He's landing right on top of another fight here. What's going on up top? Oppa with Wheels still in the game. C-Dub, Triggy. So many combat shots just traded off, and Noberto lighting all of the
he dropped in, and then literally everyone down on the bottom with him is gone now.
Yep, that puts him right up to 3 elims. Here comes Wheels, just kind of making his way down. He's got to pop the slurp juice though. Look at his health right now. Not sure why he's holding on to that, but it doesn't matter. It pays off because that fall damage is going to help him out tremendously. He takes some in return. Can he rid the train? He does. Didn't need the slurp juice after all.
Nah. He picked his teammate up, lifted him up in the air, took that elimination, multiple eliminations after that. Wheels, the Victory Royale. A crazy set of builds here. I love looking at these things afterwards, but what really matters is the play-by-play there, every single strategy, and if we could, Zeke, take us through what you know.
Well, Dr. Lupo, the only thing I know is you're incredible. Thank you guys so much for casting. As always, you guys are amazing, and of course, I agree. The fossils are a great story that tells what all went down in that game, Sundown. Now, I know you've pulled some clips for us, so what you have to show?
So we're going to take a look, and the theme of this one is Galaxy Brain, putting that mental to the test and seeing what you're able to do. So first, Trashy picks up the low ground elim, and now 1v1, Aiden on the top, and he pops the shadow. Aiden heard it, and he goes to look for him, but Trashy's just like, I'm in the zone. I got the bandages, I'm good. Aiden goes out a little too early. Trashy is able to pop off the mini and then just turn back. Aiden spends the whole time looking for him, and Trashy just gets the nice, easy elim going. Had the heavy sniper ready, but now on board here with AU's Mankin. Looking for the shot first, finds pocket right out of the edit, and then drops right around the side. But keep an eye on what he does here. Dropping down, loops around the side, finds synergy kicks, out into the storm. Now uses the shadow bomb and drops all the way around and just stands. He's just standing, waiting, flanks back up around to the tree, puts him on the mid-ground tarp. So everyone else now is fighting, and he gets this entire space to himself, picks up Clockstick, and the siphon is enough to push him over the top. Brilliantly done. And Saf here now with the Galaxy Brain 2.0, aiming way back into the storm with the tactical assault rifle. Cool guys don't look at explosions or falling players. Zeke going down there, and then Saf going to work with what he does best. finding his angle, picks up Cryptic, and the Galaxy Brain play to get high ground control. That was the only other player who could have possibly contested him. Slump goes down, and look at what he has in the loadout. Has bandages, has 100, 100, can wait this player out. 8 more builds going through there. Starts hearing shots going, and just controls the high ground out. Can't fire off, bandage commit to it. The second it ticks over to 74, that is how you win a heal off. Those are the little things you have to do right. And you know what? Big brain Saf right there.
Big brain Saf. Now, of course, we're going to take a look at the standings, see how things are going. Now, again, guys, this is it. The final standings, or the final day, excuse me, of finals for NA West. 2 spots up for grabs. And don't forget, Pika's already qualified. So that means these 2 spots shift down 2. Right now, Harrians and Spook, they're in a pretty good spot, but look at the point spread out.
Look at the point spread, and look who else is on this leaderboard. So Spook, Harrian, Saf, Domo, Rex, Deuces, Spectro, Maximo. That's basically Fortnite West in a nutshell, minus Aiden and Sean. However, we got a little bit of South Korea invasion going on. We talked about it at the start of the show. Metacino and Envy are playing in Canada this week, and last week as well, playing on NA West. And right now, he is 1 point off that qualification spot. Like, it would be such an incredible effort out of him if he can get one on foreign soil.
I mean, keep in mind, though, he does have 8 games played, so does Saf, right? So Spook and Harrians have a little more wiggle room. But again, it's going to come down to the wire.
It's down to it anyway. These guys, their game management time is right about there. The queues are getting towards the end of it. And I mean, we're about to find out who our last 2 players are.
Well, let's get back into more of these games, as of course, we're going to hop back over with the boys that are going to continue casting your games. Gentlemen, back your way.
Thank you very much, Zeke and Sundown, for your analysis. For some reason...
Dude, that board is so close, that top 10.
Yeah, it's scary.
Anyone's game right now. I would say if you're in top 25, I'd put it that close. You're in contention right now.
It might even be deeper than that. You never know, because we've seen, I mean, we saw, what was it, Mega dropped a 20 elimination.
Oh my gosh, yes.
In finals the last week. You're really going to go that big? Like, it's anybody's game. We do have just over 15 minutes left for NA West. If you're trying to queue, get your games in. Pay attention to the clock. Very important. We got Phil in an adorable Easter onesie. And out here, 2 eliminations.
You know, one of the coolest things that Epic Games, like Fortnite, started doing.
This is like a Christmas winter onesie. My bad.
The reskins, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You have something, and then you get more for what you already own. That's like the best thing.
As Courage would say, yeah, eat dad.
Phil, that was about 9.
Top left, pick it up an Elim. We're down to 39 left. Moving into the 6th circle.
Yeah.
Combat shotgun.
He's got foundation.
Screaming for it, finds it. Are you kidding me? Flip flop goes down 12 miles away.
I think he's on PC.
With the epic combat shotgun.
And people want the normal pump back. I don't know, man. I think it's. You can put up the argument right now. Combat kind of dumps on the normal pump in almost every situation.
Unless you're in the same box. Unless you're in the same box. Yeah, if you're box fighting.
Which I'll be honest, I'm more of a box warrior. I'm way more of a box warrior. I just don't have. I don't playground, I guess, as much as this guy. You know, I don't do all that flashy.
You trying to tell me you don't crank 90s, Monster? I don't believe that for a second. I've seen you.
Crank 180s, bro. That's. I like to go down and I just wait at that point.
Weird flex, dude, but okay. I see you. First set goes down inside the box. Speaking of boxes, box fighting. Legendary combat shotgun in the inventory of Phil.
But even then, I'll just pose this and then I'll let the topic go.
Oh, gosh,
even in a box fight, dude, the combat is disgusting. You don't even have to swap over.
Oh,
you just
Reddit is gonna pick this up and run with it, dude. You got to be careful.
Hey, this is 2 sides of the road here, all right? Respectfully walk with me here. Let's have this talk.
Follow me.
Follow me, youngins. Let me show you. Show some numbers here.
I understand what you're saying. Both weapons, they had their caveats. They are powerful within the wait. Barban did a reset and side edit on that pyramid so fast.
See, he's doing full 180, 360. This is me. I don't 90. Do those, dude. Spilled everything.
Protective.
Honestly, though, he just dedicated a lot of material to setting up here.
He did indeed. It might pay off, though. He picks up an Elam or two, rotates through the material.
Oh
the
my
shots
gosh.
non-stop applying pressure with a swap between ARs, the combat shotgun from that distance.
What other weapons can
insanity.
do that? See? Point proven.
Touche. But your comment was in regard to box fighting, though, brother. Hold up. Slow your roll for a second.
All right.
Carrion's in there.
Barber's doing a really good job here. If you invest that much and then it turns into Elam, I say worth. But there's a platform. There's actually a dropship right above him. Unfortunate for him, he's going to have to give up the high ground because of it. The pressure was coming down, so lands in with someone. It's his walls.
No
okay,
trap,
man, does he save himself?
no, he does have trap. Why is he not trapping?
He's just toying with him, you know? Protects left, protects right. Comes back around. Hello.
Okay.
Okay.
He got the elimination, but he owned both walls.
Nice.
He owned all the walls, it almost looked like. Could have played a trap there. Multiple
Look,
sides.
people in squad, boy.
Maybe he thought, what if he doesn't own it? The trap attempt, be the hesitation and gets you eliminated?
What? He knows that he owns it. He was editing the
Well,
walls.
at that point.
He was literally editing the walls. A baller almost flies inside the box. He's sitting inside right now. Tons of builds, not a lot of metal, but it is late game. No reason to hold on to those too much, and goes for the launch pad play to go.
Lance gets caught.
Literally exactly where he needed to challenge this. He might actually pull this off. Quick build. Get the loss. Here's the trap, brother. Dropping down inside, shots back behind. Okay.
You?
Are you kidding me?
You?
Presenting.
An immediate bludgeon.
He likes to be up here.
Well played,
How
Barman.
fast was that?
Stupid fast. That you look, Google it. Stupid fast. That's a real term.
That man,
You
this is
saw
all he
it.
got
We
done, World Cup,
commentated
boy.
it.
Nah,
Barman's
that's
in
not
it right
done.
now. Frags lands right on him. Is he gonna fall victim as well? He's got the mats. He can do this.
Literally landing on a high ground platform, taking a play out of the book of Barman, it looks like, from literally just moments ago. Drop down, layer down just a little bit.
It's kind of interesting.
Last circle.
He knows the player above him, Frags, has got RPG, but he's got redeploy, so...
And a shadow bomb, just in case.
Like, he can totally get down, but if he goes down, then you're at the mercy of the rocket. If you stay up, you're burning material.
It's a tough situation either way.
Okay, he decides to go all the way down. That's the play.
Lands, boxes up, Frags. If he still has... There it is. RPG's coming down. Barman takes a big hit.
Shadow Bomb comes out, uses it to get up and over the mountain. Someone ripped to go. This is going to distract Frag for a second, maybe to look up to the high ground. Can Barban get over the mountain?
That went off, but it didn't actually occur, and Barban stuck in a 1v1 as Frags has the ultimate high ground and a rocket and a shotgun and all the time in the world. No builds, but it doesn't matter. An epic victory royale for Frags, sitting at 14 points right now.
Worth, though. He got his highlight.
Now, we only had an opportunity to cast just one
No,
little game.
he would have won on the map.
Pass it back on over to Zeke. We are almost done for the day, so don't leave. I'll know.
He will always know, and he always does, in fact, know. He constantly spits out names of people that have left. He actually does know. Now, Fortnite fam, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us here in the final tail end of NA West. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a short break. So what you need to do, get up, use the bathroom, get a drink, get some snacks, and come back, because we're going to catch the tail end of NA West, and we're going to be punching tickets to the finals. So we'll see you guys after this 5-minute break.
When it actually qualified, it's actually such a relief, such a big achievement, and something I've been working for almost a year now. It feels really good.
I need someone to teach me the ways of keyboard almost.
So much. I won $50,000 guaranteed, and I'm going to New York.
Yeah, gonna 50,000. Oh,
there you go.
As a kid, this is basically all you dream of.
The hype's really real.
It's a game I can compete in, and I think that's why I have so much fun in it.
I'm incredibly grateful for Fortnite for giving me the opportunity to just pursue gaming, and how many friends I've made through this game.
Thank you for everyone who believed in me, because I honestly didn't really believe in myself.
It's gonna be so fun. I love it.
It's awesome. Thanks, Fortnite.
Hi, Spotty, party
What's
the
up,
fourth.
Fortnite fam? Sundown here, and today we are going to talk about shadow bombs and their impact on competitive play. If you haven't had a chance to use the shadow bomb yet, it is a utility consumable that drops in stacks of 2, and you can carry up to 6 per slot. When used, the shadow bomb grants the user invisibility, move speed, the ability to double jump, and the ability to wall jump. Shadow form lasts for 6 seconds, but will remain active after that window until the user touches their feet on the ground. We've seen shadow bombs already have a huge impact on some of the Fortnite World Cup online open qualifiers.
Can he hit it? Oh my gosh! He hits it! You freaking legend! Are you kidding me?
Now, let's hear what some of the players who have already qualified for the Fortnite World Cup final think of the addition of shadow bombs to competitive play.
I think for Season 9, the shadow bombs are a perfect mobility that has its downsides and upsides if you use it right.
I mean, I think shadow bombs are very balanced right now. They're a really good way of getting mobility considering they're an uncommon item.
So I feel like they're a really good addition to the game. It's as good as a Rift to Go, maybe even better in my opinion. You can get your position wherever you want to, especially end zone. People don't expect it.
It's a must carry. You know, when that zone pops and you're super far, you can pop a shadow bomb and just get to the next zone. It's great. I love them.
Shadow bombs are amazing. Like, I reckon that's like one of the best things they've brought out so far, because you could just sneak into someone's box or like get high ground.
There's moments where people clutch up, like very end game, like they might not have mats, and the Mr. Savage play where there's a hill and you went up it with the shadow bomb. It was just crazy.
They've got to go up the side of a mountain, and it's shadow bomb time. He's deciding to take storm damage.
Yeah.
Mr. Savage! Oh my God! Oh my goodness!
Not Savage enemy, man.
Best shadow bomb use I've ever seen! Mr. Savage M rising to the top of the mountain.
Thanks for watching, and hopefully you learned a thing or two. What's the best way you've used the shadow bomb? Send us clips using the hashtag Fortnite World Cup, and we'll see you guys on the battle bus. Or maybe not, if you're in shadow form.
Savage he got more IQ than Nikki 30 now. I'm getting started about in a minute here. Oh, sign World Cup too. Man, I'll pick up the whole.
You take somebody like maybe not on him, but if somebody has always been a bus to win a game.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, a game is same way. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Let's be honest. How many count, big man? We know that it's earlier flowing. We know that it's smart.
Week 9. Fortnite World Cup Online Open qualifiers. We're looking at the end of literally what has been 2.5 months of players working, competing, practicing, scrimmaging, and playing out of their minds as much as they can. Because right now, for NA West and for everybody here, this is the culmination of everything we've done thus far. The last day, Sunday, today, we have 2 positions in NA West that will qualify, make their way to New York City, punch that ticket, which for some reason the board doesn't like me. We're going to still see who might make it. Pika has dominated thus far in NA West. The entire time today that he's been out there has held that first place position, but that might not be the case.
Like, oh my God,
it's still anybody's
Elite
game.
YT, official Elite
today,
YT,
I need 2 casters of legendary proportions. Zekimus Prime and Courage JD.
Man, today is all about complimenting. First Sundown says that I'm an amazing caster. Now Dr. Lupo with the generous, kind words. Don't look at me, Lupo. No. Oh, he's saying you're wide. Anyway, What's up, Courage JD? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm feeling really good. Excited for these last few matches here at NA West. You know, while we've been giving the players a lot of props, I want to take a moment here because while the other casters may not feel this way, I'm looking at you, production team, and people behind the scenes. I thank you for your hard work and dedication these last 9 weeks, and without you, this wouldn't be possible. I don't care what Zeke and Sundown and all them say about you when the cameras aren't on. I care. Let's get into the games. See, I'm the only one that
I don't know what to say because I'm the one who loves production more than you and has known all these wonderful individuals longer.
Nope.
Weird flex.
See, they're clapping.
But okay, that's right, they're clapping, for me.
For me.
No, they're clapping for me. All right, anyway.
Clapping because your shoes are off camera. That's why they're clapping.
I guess because, anyway.
Your shoes are fire, though.
Oh, thanks, man. Stop. Okay. All right, here we go, Courage.
Whoa, Q's close in 2 minutes, 25 seconds.
This is it, man. The tail end of NA West. Coming down here to the wire. The only spots available are 2. We saw the standings not that long ago, but those still very easily could change. A lot of these players trying to eke out as many points as possible via eliminations, high placement, the likes. And right now, every single decision they make is going to dictate whether they move up or down the standings, whether they make a mistake, whether they make a fantastic rotation and pick someone else off, shutting them down and ending their run. You know, this is it.
This is everything that people have worked for. The last chance, all eyes of this region, players across the world who have not been able to qualify today, looking in and on to see who might make it in the final moments here.
Nah.
Murrah on your screen. A quick little tag has more in the inventory than just that. As he quickly does hit a reload. 39 players left in this lobby. With Q's closing in the last couple minutes here, the next couple minutes, it is it's pretty crazy to think that this is the final moments of the Fortnite World Cup online open qualifiers for solos. As you know, duos.
Ross.
Going down and
Ross, listen, right? Do not go on Fortnite. Ross, just listen. Do not go on Fortnite.
Those
do
times
like
have been
or you'll count
It's now
down. You
June
understand?
20th and 21st.
Yes.
People
and the times have been pushed back an hour,
man.
so make sure you know when to queue. Make sure to set your times.
Yeah.
Things are a little bit different. Logos here gonna be picked up in
You
the
don't see videos that they got real hackers now.
Look at all these players, man. This is just chaos. Everyone trying to get themselves to safety.
Yeah, you see Jarvis up in the elimination feed.
No, anonymous hackers.
Moog as well in there. Down goes Axel. Stura just staying alive. Keeping options open.
That hot PS3, that waste one. You don't care now, but PS3 no more.
Spun around and try to put a shot down range, but doesn't actually connect. We're now down to our top 29. Who will make it to the top 25 to earn those placement points? Stura staying active. Want to make sure you don't stay still ever.
No, the
You're
one
in
with the
box safe. You
Fortnite.
never want to
So
stay
they
still.
don't know
You
what
never
Epic can
know
do.
when a heavy sniper could come flying on in with a shotgun combination. One more player.
Yeah.
Who will be the one? And that's Perrin, who goes down in 26th to the Storm.
Top 25 has been reached. Everyone getting 3 placement points. Top 15 is that next threshold. Top 5 will follow, and the victory out is worth the big old chunky 10 points. Now Stura here trying to send shots. Over, finds Jeremy Hacks there. Hacks back to the lobby. And now more will fall. Look at this lobby. Just thinning out so quickly. Jasper being eliminated there in 17th place. One more player. Whoever gets eliminated is going to miss out on those points. That's Proxy there going down. And look, this just keeps going down. Renegade 464 also being picked off.
Renegade cut down there. You see RJ all the way on the low ground alongside Crispy, who's got multiple eliminations so far this game. Jack on the high ground. Great name, but one player all the way in the sky with everybody playing that height to their advantage.
Lucid just says, all right, Sura, you've had a great run, friend, but I'm going to go ahead and have to shut you down. Look at the high ground, though. Kunichi up there with the double campfires burning. Biles here going to use that turret there to just give that floor the 1,000 HP just to secure his positioning. And again, man, we're gonna see things slow down just a little bit, right? Courage. You know, people don't want to make mistakes. They're looking for top 5. That's when they feel the most confident. They can start making those plays. A huge 78 over on Jack there. Fortunately,
Ross, you know the garbage
he was taken over.
Ross, you know the garbage in that World Cup.
Still just ticking getting back as much health as possible.
Is that on PC?
Mid shadow form gets ripped by that shotgun.
I'm
Down
on.
goes the shields. Thankfully, another
He's the
slurp
foundation.
in the inventory can be popped once the shadow form is ended, but either way, the damage has been done. Biles very weak at the moment, gonna have to stop and pop the slurp. You see a player with the boombo on the other side of this wall. That's a very confident challenge, knowing the boombo does a minimum 100 damage. Biles gets the win. Continue to build on out. Now in the top 5, the final amount of placement points have been earned, and down goes Biles there in the 5th place spot. Konichi still on the high ground. Waste Mendu, Rusian, and finally Lucid, the last players remaining.
And Lucid has already shut down several players here. He's got himself in a top 5. Now what does he do with this advantage? Konichi again on the high ground, 32
Jarvis
bills. Down below,
one of the
Rusian,
best
7,
console
8
players.
elims.
But
Chaining
man,
to
you gonna
one of
be-
them being Lucid,
Jarvis is
0
just so crazy.
builds right now. It is
Jarvis
a
is just a
1v1,
shot,
a
you know.
massive 124 to the dome piece of Rusian.
You know,
And now look,
you know,
Konichi
sprint
has
man,
the
you
health
know,
advantage,
pro
but gets
player.
punished for not building.
He's gonna spray it out.
Yeah, I mean, Rusi doesn't have any builds. He literally cannot do anything right now. He has to try and bring Konichi down, but look, Konichi just gets up on the hill and says, nice try.
GG.
Nice try,
If that zone doesn't go up a mountain, different story right there.
Yep.
But unfortunately, you saw right there as the zone moves on up, there's no opportunity to build up and match the player's height. And Konichi knows that, follows it up quite well in the end there. Nice victory royale. Queues are closed, folks. No more opportunity to earn points. Now it just comes down to these last lobbies that were already started before the queue shut down. You already saw Arkham on your screen in this one. Looks like we're going to be hopping on board with Voice. It's a player 1 box over.
7 eliminations already, Courage.
Yeah.
30 players remain, 29 to be exact, here in Storm Circle 5. So we're going to see these lobbies be a little less dense, right? Because these are the final few games of the queue. Remember, you have that 3-hour window or 10 games to play. You can queue up until those last few seconds, and then if you get in those games, you want to play those out, try to farm elims, placement, whatever you can, because every single point matters. Voice going on the offensive there, looking to try and establish himself a nice little home made of metal, nestle himself into safety. Look down below, you got the likes of Arkham 1X.
Yep.
In the lobby.
There's
someone
lost
trying
me
to
watching
bust
the
right into
game
the
off,
box right
man.
now. Arkham doing everything he can to just defend himself for the moment.
Come on, I can't read him with chest
Wow,
down
that
here.
double-edged sword of popping a campfire. Looks like it's time to be the one on the aggression. Tries to claim the wall, doesn't wind up working out. Immediately switches to another wall. Look at how fast the builds come through. And now we'll reset as this player has completely left that box. Arkham now pushing for every bit that he can. He knows you need every elimination possible to get those points up to qualify. Heavy snipe comes in, can't get the wall replaced still. So whoever he's facing here doing a great job of stalling, hoping that Arkham just gives it up, and looks like for the moment that's exactly what's going to happen.
So much control coming out of Arkham. Tracking is immaculate. Look at this. He finally closes in on the Penguin.
That was the same guy.
Yep, that was the same guy. He tracked him the entire time.
No, I think he's down to the left.
You again, no squat today, boy.
That's the person. Down here, that's the guy.
No, it was Pinguino. It was Pinguino, I'm pretty sure. You might be right. Anyway, top 25. He is in there now.
He's done it.
Ross, you made her editing videos today, boy. She
10
to make your life easier.
Over on Arkham, though. And look, he's got builds for days.
But he wasn't
Double shadow
all in,
bombs, 5 campfires. 5.
Yeah. Hey, if he goes to a late game heal off, he won't lose. I'll tell you that right now.
Drop 4 all around you, sit in the middle.
Drop 4, and I think you just dance.
You just dance. I feel like that's the appropriate thing to do there.
Yeah.
And now look, we're moving over the lava, and you know that
right,
means
me and
hot heat for
Tyree,
everyone that touches
me and
lava.
legit,
They don't want
me
to
and
do
Tyree
that.
legit.
They're going to want to make sure to use
trying
the
to do it
material
for
fill
an
up
half,
over the
but
lava, so
that's
you
the
do not
control, so
have to try it. Now,
nah,
I
but
personally, I love
working
using lava.
properly.
It only does a single point of damage, sends you forward. A little bit of control chaos. Now this player going to get built on. He's going to be in the ball, or the ball is going to get cracked. Look, they try to disengage.
Arkham is just
this fish hard.
WPing every opportunity that he can right now. 11 eliminations, looking to get every point possible. Picks up 2 rifts and soars to the sky. Arkham in a fantastic position to keep raking in these points this game. Look at this, every box. He is challenging every box he sees, Zeke.
He wants points. He is so hungry. The fish out of water. The lava has been chumped. He is looking to find more and more eliminations. Noli here from KNG, unfortunately going to meet his end there at the hands of Arkham 1X. 12 eliminations, Courage. 12. Now he's gonna lose.
I got 12 kills.
He's gonna let someone else.
This is the confidence you love to see in a player. Heavy snipe, can't get into the box, but either way, high ground taken from Arkham. And still the materials for days, 16 players left. 2 more placement points about to be earned if he can live through to the top 15. Broke 1 player's shields, who's dropping all the way down. More challenging, he's going to continue to focus right way, not televisioning on those eliminations below.
That's
Instead, keeping the focus on the people up top who are the greater threat at taking his high ground. And now look at how high up he is.
Look down below, though, Vinny. He's kind of, depending on where we go, if this continues to move, he's in a really tough spot. He's got to try and get himself up. Or, okay, this is actually moving, going to hug this little edge. He's just going to just roll his way down below. Look at this.
There's not a lot of builds.
Completely snaking this, but yeah, 10 builds. Well, okay. All right, and 15.
Enjoy. Arkham actually wound up using the final rift right there that he had, so really wanting to ensure he doesn't waste a ton of materials, says, I'll just rift and retake high ground again, because that's the mindset that I'm on right now.
No, he's when he shot the guns.
Vinny pushing forward, down to 3 builds, 2 builds. That's it. Can no longer defend himself, and with only a common tactical shotgun, this looks quite grim, folks. As Vinny is just stuck here hoping one of these players walks in front of him just like this. Good 78 tag. There's the elimination onto Lair, and some materials. Another player challenges, dodges the trap. Elimination down onto Fisku. Top 7 now in this lobby.
3 back-to-back. There you go, Vinny. Look at this. Arkham again in that high ground position. He's trying to shut down Deuces, who's just 1 tier below. Butterdie is below him, and then everyone else is now on the lowest ground. I mean, Arkham is on a spree right now. 12 eliminations. If he hits top 5, a 17-point game minimum. He looks to pick off the player there. Could not quite. No, sorry, look, he's already in top 5. 2 more players.
He's at a 19-point game right now. 19-point game right now. Can he continue this one? Vinny's all the way on the low ground. He's challenging the 1 player on height. Of course, Arkham's gonna win this. Okay. Got a little intensive for a second. Slowly getting knocked down. 1 versus 1. Arkham continuing to try to keep this height. This player's about to be in the lava. Arkham, 2 builds left. It's going to come down to this. He can't pop the minis. 1 shot, 2 shots. There it is. Arkham a 14 elimination victory royale. 24 points. Talk about clutch right there.
Yeah,
what
man,
a massive game. Especially here. In the last few moments, you're facing off against players.